Last week you caught us trying to tie each other up, and then we took only the essentials. And then we showed you some of the upgrades that we were going to be doing on the boat.
So we decided to sell the RV.
So tell me why your hip is hurting. Had a couple people come look at it yesterday. Sold today.
Okay, so I'm not really crying. I just have really bad allergies, and it was super windy. There's a lot of pollen, and we're land bound, so can't take allergy medicine before going to work. I won't be too productive, but we wanted to give you a little update.
That's all right.
So we decided to sell the RV. As you know, we found Not Vanilla, and we've been staying there and going to work during the week, and then spending the weekends there trying to work as much as possible to get it ready. And on top of that, we also, had to move the RV, go to a campground, move it every time. The universe has a plan. And right when all that was happening, our really good friends got an assignment overseas, and they needed somebody to house it. It's super close to work, so we decided to accept their offer to house it. So during the week we stay at her house and house it, and the rest of the time we spend it on the boat. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. And so far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good friends. We've known them for a long time, and I don't know, it just, everything worked out perfectly how it's always supposed to. So, I mean, it was a lot of work moving the RV around and still trying to work. And we had the 1,000 Trails membership, so we could stay for free. But the deal was that we had to move to a different park every 2 weeks in the high season when all the snowbirds are here. Everything fell into place perfect. We're still going to be at work for a little while while we finish our upgrades and stuff like that. And we have to refit a few things here actually in a couple months. We already have our time scheduled out with the boatyard to do our haul out and do some work that we can only do while it's hauled out. So yeah, it's going to be, it just really everything just fell into place perfectly how it was supposed to. And when they approached us about it, it was kind of a hell yeah moment. Like, hell yeah, we'll do that. So it was time. I mean, we had a lot from the RV that we learned. We definitely learned to downsize, which was something, again, if we would have went straight to the boat from the house.
Yeah, I think we would have given up. I think the RV was the perfect transition thing. Hindsight is 2020. It was hard to do that in an RV, but now that we have the boat, it's so much easier, because no matter how much you think I downsized enough, you didn't. Yeah, there's still so much. When we emptied the RV to clean it, there were still things that we haven't touched in 6 months that we were keeping for no reason whatsoever. But to do a transition from that big of a house to the RV was a lot. I couldn't have imagined doing a transition from that big of a house to a boat. I feel that it would have been too overwhelming and we would have given up. The RV was the perfect halfway, because now it doesn't feel overwhelming. We know the projects we need to do. We know there's always going to be projects. We just need to finish enough projects to get us safe and get us enough practice to sail. and we need to concentrate in that because we want to end up on the sailboat, not in the RV. So we made the decision to put it for sale, and it didn't take long. We put it for sale on Monday morning, and Wednesday somebody bought it. It only literally took a couple days to sell it. Of course, with all the upgrades we did, and it was in really good shape, so it was fairly easy to sell. We had, well, the person who ended up buying it bought it sight unseen.
Yeah.
So we had 2 people come see it. They said they'll get to us by the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
But
and we had like 2 days and nothing but 500 messages for lowball offers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know why people. I mean, I know that unless you ask, the answer's always no. But some things you just shouldn't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get somebody who has something for sale for $20,000 and then say, "Hey, will you take 5?" Dude, why are you wasting my time? I'm not even gonna read your message. It's like you're wasting my time.
Yeah, people put a lot of work, and we get it. A lot of this stuff is customized to us, and you have to be smart about what you did. But all the upgrades that we did were to make the RV functional, safe, and updated. So we didn't overspend, and we thought we were being fair with the price, and the person who bought it and thought the same thing. They really like it. Mm-hmm. We almost sold it to a really good friend, and I really wish that would have worked out. Unfortunately, it didn't. But the perfect one is out there for you. You know who I'm talking about. And that's it. So we sold it. Now our baby is not vanilla, and projects have started. As you can see, the mattress was an adventure on itself, but the whole out is going to be the big one. We're going to do some really cool things. We're going to upgrade it. There's a couple of changes that we're making that we're going to hopefully tape for all of you. Mm-hmm. And
another thing is we got coming up too that we're going to come up on the videos is the classes. We did. I mean, even though we've had years of experience on boats, and you figure I was a boat captain at Disney for a long time. I was even a trainer. I mean, you just really large boats and everything, but they're all power boats. So having a sailboat is a completely different concept as far as how your propulsion and how the boat handles, and there's just a lot going on. So this is going to be our life, and we want to have fun, but I mean, we are kind of careless in some senses and a little reckless, because I mean, if you're never reckless and you're too careful, you can really never have fun. I mean, the safest person in the world is a person who lives in a bubble and never leaves their home. But how much fun are you going to have doing that? So,
but we skydive, but I think it's important to have some actual education on it. We never had a sailboat, so we went ahead and got certified through 103 right now, ASA 103. So we know all the way through the basics, the rules. I feel it's super important to know the rules and what to do, what will break your boat if you handle it wrong. So we did that so we can go all the way to coastal cruising. We will get what it says, celestial navigation.
Mm-hmm. It's the next class,
but we need a little bit of experience doing this, and there's a lot of electronics, and the possibility of something going wrong that you would need to use celestial navigation is basically when you're out there really close to nothing and everything goes wrong. So it's not something that you practice that much. So if we take the class now, since we're still trying to practice every weekend and staying close, we're probably going to forget it by the time we actually need it.
Exactly.
So we're going to wait a little bit. We're going to get our experience. We're going to go out sailing. We're going to do short trips. We're going to do overnight trips, and just little by little
baby steps.
Yeah.
And there's a high level of risk in what we're doing. I mean, because if you do mess up and you break your boat and you are, say, out in the middle of the Gulf, yeah, the Coast Guard will come get you. But there's certain things you have to remember, like, do you have a beacon? Do they even know where you are? Are you recording where you are? Are you doing your log and recording your GPS coordinates so that you're recording them every day so at least people know where you were last and they know where to start looking because based on the path that you were taking. You know, so,
I'm sure everybody who ever thought about doing this full time had the same thoughts. What if something goes wrong? So that's what we're doing. We're making sure that we're covered as we go, but still feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That's who we are.
Yeah, and that's what it is. We just want to be safe about it. We want to make sure that...
Sorry. What are you doing?
So, the next step was to sell the RV. Mm-hmm. So, we put it up day before yesterday. So, yeah, because today's Thursday. We put it up Tuesday afternoon. Had a couple people come look at it yesterday. Sold today. So, we're just double checking everything. Make sure we had everything out of every compartment. Every drawer. Every little storage place. Everything, which we didn't realize we had so much. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, I'm just getting ready to take it now and take the cover off, and then we're gonna drive it there. Your finger.
My finger is fine, baby.
Awesome. I was gonna ask. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Cool.
We're gonna say goodbye to Kokomo today. So one of the really cool things about house sitting is I actually have a lot of smaller projects to do, but just I'd given away a lot of my tools or sold them when we moved the house. So there's a few things I need to do. Like I need to take these, which you can see have deteriorated. These are the floorboards, but the underside has since deteriorated and fallen apart. So I'm going to be using some of his tools that he was so graciously to allow me to use, and I'm just going to do us a new one so that we can put in there. I'll reattach the sole pieces and we're good to go, and then we'll have basically brand new floorboards. Yeah, so very, very lucky to have the opportunity to be here and be able to do this. I could probably build a boat in here if I wanted to, you know, small one, but I could do it. Join us next week as we start taking our classes. It's been a long time coming, and we're really excited to start our training. Wish us luck. So tell me why your hip is hurting?
Because I'm not stepping correct.
Is it because you're walking off balance? And if you are walking off balance, why would that be? I don't really know why. I don't really know why, like, at all.
Smash it. I love them. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.